Hi, good day. First and foremost, I want to apologize for the late coming on this show. Today, we are going to be discussing a few details on the calls and texts I received on last Sunday. We're going to recap. Today we have quite a lot of things to discuss, so stay with me and stay tuned. I would like you to invite your friends. I would like you to invite your friends to come on the show right now. It's going to be an exciting moment. All right, we are going to have a very exciting moment on the show today. To start with, we want you to call your friends. My number is on the scroll. If you need to ask me questions, my number is +44 782 554 3535. Those are +44 782 554 3535. Come to me on board now. From the picture you see on the screen, what I'm doing today is going round some of the questions and texts I got during the week. This is the size of a one plot. This is the size of a one plot. Let me be honest with you. We have received quite numerous comments as to quite a lot of our people in UK, in US, in Canada, in Ireland that want to know various prices of what the land is going for in Nigeria. As you can see at the bottom there, that's the prices. PH3 means phase 3, PH1 means phase 1, PH2 means phase 2. So I just abbreviated it for us for it not to take too much space. Right. That is this. The question that one of our fans asked: what is the size of a land? Obviously, the size of the land is 120 or 60 by 120 or 120 by 60. The image you're seeing there represents the size of a standard plot. Obviously, from the architectural point of view, the owner of this decided to have a gate right at this point where gate is written. Obviously, that is the measurement of the land. Come with me again. The next image you see there is what there was a question asked during the week: what can we do on a plot? Obviously, like we said in some of our numerous videos, we want to make our people, Nigerians, to be confident of investing in Nigeria. There has been a lot of issues on the fear that the Omonile, the land tenure system, whereby all 419, there's no 419 in this show. And what we are doing here is a sincere and open, a clear mindset business. Of course, if you exercise any fear, there's every possibility that you exercise fear, or you have a friend that has been messed up before. But we want to give you a kind of assurance and confidence that when you come on this forum, all of these issues will be discussed at length, and we can give you ways of how you can prevent this, or from preventing this from happening. Right, from the image that you saw the image of that 1-bedroom flat, 4 of it can go on a plot. That is, if you decide to go for 1 full plot, or if you decide to go on a half plot, 2 of these can go on a plot, or 2 of these can go on a half plot. That's a 1-bedroom unsold. 2 of it can definitely go on a half plot. Okay, 2 of it can go on a half plot, and also 4 of it can definitely go on a full plot. Okay, just briefly, I'm going to show you different types of the images that on the drawings that we've had. That's a 1-bedroom with a kitchen, with the bath. You can have 4 of these on a full plot, or you can have 2 of it on a half plot. That's another image there. You can have 4 of these, or 4 of these on the plot, or 2 of these on a half plot. Excuse me. You can have, this is a very plain one. You can have 2 of these on a half plot, 4 of these on the full plot. That's another design there. 4 of these on the full plot, 2 of it on a half plot. That's another design there. 2 of these on a half plot, 4 of these on a half plot. Right. Let me go straight before we get to the foundation area. That is just to give you an insight, an idea of what you can do on a half plot. Just bear with me 1 minute. I need to see some of our guys that are on the forum at the moment. Bear with me. Thank you for watching, guys. Hi, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. I will bring you up on the show in a minute. I will definitely give you a buzz in the next couple of, I need to apologize first for the delay in the transmission. I said I'm going to come up 7 o'clock. Unfortunately, due to technical issue, I couldn't. My dear friend Jeff, I could see your hand there. Thank you. All right, okay. Back to what we, bear with me. There's another caller here. Wants the image of those drawings again. Bear with me. I need to try as much as possible to. Hi, Kazim. Oh, you're there. Thank you, Kazim. Thank you very much, Kazim. Thanks, Jeff. And thank you, Kazim. Thank you very much. Thank you for the 2 of you. Yeah, sorry, I need to go, like I said, I need to go back on those images again. For those quite a few people who don't have idea of what to do on the half plot. Right. Then these images, 4 of them, these are the drawings that we gave to reputable architects, okay? And they said we can have 4 of these. There was a lady from Highland this morning was saying, oh, I don't even know, I don't have an idea of what I'm going to do. And let me be honest with you, for her people abroad, I know some of Nigerians based home also are watching us. But this is basically for our people who don't have a knowledge a full knowledge of how to, what they can do with their investment. They've been abroad for quite a while. They're not stuck here. They're doing the right normal thing. Their family is growing. Their children is growing. They're normal people. They just don't trust anybody back home. But this forum is just to prevent that. So if you have friends that are been told that, oh, if you go to Nigeria, if you buy land, they're going to take the land from you. They're going to, if you build a house, they're going to kill you. No, that's not what we're here for. We're here to build people's hope. We're a hope builder. We're a hope restorer. We are not here to make people panic. We've been to, my friend Jeff can tell you more about it. We've been home the past couple of months in Nigeria. It's a lovely place. So home is so beautiful. Let me be honest with you. Nigeria is stable at the moment. In this day and age, there's nothing stable in the Western world anymore. You hear of the bridge collapse in Italy. You hear of the story in Venezuela, the most richest country in oil. They're having problems with their economy. It's terrible. Everybody's running out of the country. We're talking of Turkey, where their money, because of the political impasse between US and Turkey, their lira has been so terrible. So, and then in UK, because of the Brexit, we don't know what is going to happen. So, economic circumstance, situation will not be the same forever. Things will always get worse. So the only place that you can invest your money now, that you can invest or build something that nobody's going to take away from you, is home, Nigeria. So take note of that. So the longer you stay in abroad, doesn't prevent any bad thing. We don't pray for any bad thing, but we are saying that for the future's sake, take advantage of the stability of things in Nigeria at the moment and invest. You can invest on a half plot. You can invest on a full plot. You can invest. In fact, if you look at the scroll there, Finny, if you look at the scroll, you can even invest. You can buy acres of land. Let me be honest. A friend just texted me, and I've told him, when you buy 400,000 naira, if you have 14 million naira, you can buy 30 plots of land and leave it for 2 years and leave it for 5 years. You will sell this land back in a double money. So we are building people's hope here. People have used their money, spend money on cars. Every year you buy a car, it depreciates by £1,000 of either $1,000 or £1,000 or €1,000. Every year you lose £1,000 or $1,000 or €1,000. So on any car that you put your money on. So that's just a preamble. But you can invest in land. You can buy 4 acres of land. You can buy 5 acres of land. All you need to do is 400. You say, that's one in Abeokuta. That one in Ibadan. 500,000 is, you change it. Some of the money that some of us spend on wares, on clothes, on shoes, on cars, you can buy 3 plots, 4 plots, leave it, fence it, and then leave it for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, right? And then your money has been doubled. Your money has been doubled. Let's be honest, let's be sincere. We're not playing games here. We're building people's hope. So if you look at the scroll, depends on what you want. Contact us. We will guide you. We will help you. We're not going to run away. We're not running away with people's money. We're good people. If you pay us the right money, or we ask for the fee that we need to take from you, we will guide you. We will guide you. You will not lose your investment. Seriously, there's nothing stable abroad at the moment. But let me be honest, the place that is stable, that is good at the moment, is Nigeria. By the index statistics a couple of days ago, it was said that Libya was the top leading oil producing country in Africa. But since after the war is a devastating thing. War destroys things. War messed Libya profile up. My Gmail, sorry, I'll give you my Gmail. Let me give you my Yahoo account, please. It's Damo, sorry, Damo11 at Yahoo. This is an email I check every minute. Yahoo.co.uk, right? Or D special 7 at gmail.com. Seriously, we're not playing games here. When you buy loads of land, I'm telling you, £10,000 will give you 20 plots of land in those places where they are selling it for 400, 500, and you can drive down a good bargain. You can drive a bargain. If you invest £15,000 or $15,000 or $10,000, will buy you a car that will lose value of £1,000 or $1,000 or €1,000 yearly. The only place that you are not going to lose value on is the landed property. Okay? Landed property will give you good value for your money. Anyway, let's go back to oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Don't worry, it's God's doing it. We're changing the face of Nigerians abroad. We cannot be stuck in this country. Look at the situation in Venezuela. That should teach a lot of us a lesson. Venezuela's money, you're carrying wheelbarrow. You cannot buy anything. Turkey is crying at the moment. The Turkish people are crying. Their money is losing value day and night. And look at what is happening in the US. If the US president is impeached tomorrow, the economy will crash. In UK, the Brexit is causing uproar. The moment the 6 months passed, one knows what's going to happen. So if any money you have that, you can borrow money. Don't worry. You work for it. Keep it. Go to Nigeria. Get people like us, people like Jeff. But Jeff is. I'm going to ring Jeff in a minute. You have a word with him. People like them, they will help you. They will build good house for you. You can rent it out. You don't have to live in it. You rent it out for your retirement. You rent it out for your own to make money. And in 5, 6, 7 years, you can sell the house, double your money. You double your money. We're not asking for money here. We're lifting people's hope. Okay? You double your money. All right, let me go to my friend who wants the diagram, the images of, that's the size of one plot there. I'm going over it again. That's one plot. You and a friend can buy one plot and divide it into two. You can, if you look at some of my videos that I've got online, that's a half plot. We build 3 flats on the half plot. You can build 4 flats on the half plot. 2 bedrooms, two flats of 2 bedrooms each en suite. And then on top you can build, the one I see on videos are 3 flats. 2 bedrooms at the back, 2 bedrooms in the front, 1 bedroom flat at the back, ground floor, and on top of the 1 bedroom is a 2 bedroom flat, deck. Okay, those are the images that you can 4 of these on the plot, 2 of these on a half plot. I'm scrolling fast on this so that we'll not waste much time on this. Okay, this can be done. There's nothing you cannot do. You have borrowed money for friends, you have given family money, but it's now time for you now to look after yourself and invest in your life. In 5 years' time, how do you see yourself? 5 years is even too long. The next World Cup in 2022 in Qatar, where do you see yourself? What have you done with your life in 4 years' time? In Qatar, don't be surprised, another World Cup is going to come fast and thick and fast. What would you have done in 4 years' time? You give that one a question and check your mind. What would you have done in 4 years' time? What would you have done in the next World Cup? Right. This is the foundation picture there. When you purchase the land, bear with me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kazim. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Kazim, don't worry about that. Naira not being stable is not what is our issue here. Kazim, Naira not being stable is not an issue. All you can do, Naira not being stable is not an issue. All you could do, be focused, have an agenda, have desire, push yourself, sacrifice yourself as you sacrifice to go to work with other people's business. Sit down, plan, and say, okay, how do I see myself in 8 years? Forget about naira plunging. Property don't plunge. As long as you don't do beyond your capability, property will not plunge in Nigeria. In fact, these places that I've mentioned now, a lot of white people are running back to Nigeria because food is cheap. Full tank, I've never bought full tank petrol in UK in my life. For the first time, I bought 6,000 naira petrol to fill my tank. We're not talking about the naira plunging. Kazim said, don't worry about naira plunging. You is your investment. You can always, tenants will always rent a house. People will always rent a house. So you invest to make profit. You invest in property, you invest in landed property to make profit. Forget about whatever that is happening doesn't affect your investment. Okay, so I'll move on. So that is the foundation there. They are digging the foundation. There was a lady that called me from Ireland. That is the foundation. And then you bear with me. Sorry about that. That's the foundation. Thereafter is being dug. I'm going to speak more on that in the near future. That is the foundation preparation there. Okay. When that foundation has been dug, that is the bedding that they already mix the concrete, the granite, and the sharp sand. If your contractor is telling you about something, this is just the foundation stage and the basic stage of a foundation. That's the basic stage. Okay, right. That's the basic stage of the foundation. That's the setting of the block of the foundation there. You see how neat it is. This is what your money can go into. You can invest this. So the people, if you look, see as they already carved that out. That's been carved out. With your money, this does not spoil. You can only get these images, and when you wake up in the morning, you look at it, you pray, and say, God, I've started this. He who started a good work will be faithful to complete it. Okay? Look at that. Let me just go back a bit. Sorry. Once the foundation is done, then you are going to fill it up. You fill it up. Okay, if your contractor is telling you, oh, what do we do? Well, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to buy 20 tons of filling to fill it up, and those are the filling there. You do the filling, and you're capping it up. Okay, right? The boys are working, they're filling the foundation there. That's what they do. Now, at the moment, 20 tons of this red earth is 21 to 22,000 naira in Nigeria today. Right, okay, so you look at that. So that's how it's going to look like when it's being filled, okay? All right, so bear with me. So to our dear friend in Ireland, okay, don't allay any fear. It's quite possible you can invest in Nigeria. You will invest, there's no problem. You can get people to help you. Talk to us on this show. We're there to help people to turn people's hope into reality, people's plan, into reality. Okay? Right. Okay, bear with me. Let me move on. That's how when they're filling it, they're trying to ram it up. They're ramming it up there. They're ramming it. Okay? They're ramming it. And then that's the German floor, as they used to call it. They're preparing the German floor and they're spreading concrete thick to make it solid so that the foundation, the house can stand on a solid foundation. Okay? Because that one can make it to... And I'm looking at this image, it looks like it might be a 3-story building, or if there's a water in the area, they had to make it thick, very thick, with 3/4 granite, sorry, 3/4 granite, sharp sand, and cement, and then the house will stand well. Bear with me. Say where the workmen are working there, they're doing a good job there. They're doing a good job, and some of the foundation will have that iron rod there. I'm still going to talk about iron rod, but not today. All right, that's the foundation, and then that's the finished work there for the foundation. Okay, bear with me. So that's just about the foundation. So if you have any questions on some of the things we've discussed today, you can, buzz us. My number, let me put my number on WhatsApp number, +44 782 554 3535. Right? You can text me or WhatsApp me on this number. Okay, right, so that is that. Let me just quickly rush through some of these images again. All right, bear with me just 1 second. Right, that's the foundation, that's the German floor has been done there. See, that's different types of it depends on the height that you want to go. That's the sharp sand, how it looks like. The 20 ton of it is 50,000 naira now in Lagos, but other parts of the country you can get it cheaper than that. Okay, that is the sharp sand. Let me move to the granite. That's the granite picture there. I did show this last week, but because some of our fans who have not done anything like this before, they want to know how it looks like again. That's why I have to bring this. I'm sorry that I have to do some little repetition, but when people want to put their money on something, they want to be sure. They want to know what they are doing. They want to see. People like to be explained. So much explanation about things like this. Okay, so see, this is what is called a 3/4 granite. Okay, that's how it looks like as a close shot. Right, that is 3/4 granite again. Right, that is 3/4 granite at a very close shot. All right. So, any questions? Any worries? We're here. You don't need to worry. That's a 3/4 granite there. 20 tons of it is 100,000 naira in Lagos. Okay, or obviously other parts of Nigeria is going to be slightly cheaper. Okay, 20 tons of that 3/4 granite is 100,000 naira as far as Lagos is concerned. Obviously, it's going to be cheaper than that in other parts of the country. All right, let me move to the next image. That's the cement there. That's the almighty Dangote cement. It's 2,600 naira in Lagos at the moment, and other parts of the country is cheaper. In the east, it's 2,500. In Oyo, Ibadan, it's around 2,500. Okay, so let me move to other thing again. So obviously that's the to those of you who've never gone into construction or house building before, those each and every bag in 2,600. That's the sharp sand again. Sorry. Right. We come to the block industry. Our dear friend from California, I hope you're listening. You're watching us now. Oh, he's there now. What are the terms? Oh, okay. You will need the terms that is flexible payment. Bear with me. The land. All right, my friend from California. My friend, how are you today? Right. the payment, oh, thank you, right. You asked of the, let me look at what you wrote, on the 3-month land payment, what are the terms? Okay, right, this is something that we might have to discuss about, because this is just a new information that just came in the past. Let me bring Jeff. Jeff is one of my partners that I've just brought into the show. At some point we'll be hearing from him. Bear with me. Thank you. Right. The terms. Let me give Jeff a call. Bear with me. Just give me 1 second. We're still on the image of 9 inches block there. Bear with me. Let me just put my face back on the. Right. Let me ring Jeff. He's the one. I might have to ask him 1 or 2 questions. He's the one in charge of the land. I don't do land thing, but I can help a lot of people to get this. Bear with me. Sorry, I'm trying to look for Jeff's number. Just so bear with me 1 second. Bear with me. I've got quite a few of them here. Jeff, where is your number? 824. Okay, I got it now. Jeff, I'm waiting for Jeff to pick the phone. Oh, Jeff.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I've got my friend from California.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know whether you've been online now. You've been watching the live show on YouTube.
I am online. I'm having a bit of a router problem at the moment, but I can stream using my Bluetooth. No problem.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. My friend from California. Let me just go to the question he's asking me, because we got some scrolls of those the land that the prices that you sent to me. He said on the 3 months land payment, what are the terms? Please, if you can give my friends and all other fans a brief details on the terms of the flexibility of payment of these property, because people are interested. People want to know how to go about it without them being swindled. And of course, on this show, I don't bring 419 on my own show. My integrity is at stake, Jeff knows, and I do not want to get involved in things that people will not be happy about. We are not here. We are very straightforward. Even if we're going to charge money, we will charge clean money and we'll do their business for them. So that is what. So can you just give us a little bit of what the terms of mode of payment of these lands in Mowe, in Ibadan, in Abeokuta, please, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, it's very straightforward. We all know that it is very hard to have all this money put together in one place and invest it on a project like this. So we put a provision in place to support people. If you have the money to pay at once, there's nothing wrong with it. You can pay at once. But if you feel like you want to go for instrumental, we have a provision for that as well. You can make a payment 3 times. All you have to do with us is to state when and when the 3 payments will be made. We will ask you. We have a 1-year gap of payment, but it has to be done within 3 payments.
Okay.
So if you choose to pay, let's assume you paid some money now, and you choose to pay some little money along the line before the next payment, well, you are free to do that. But all the payments have to be done within a year. And if you want, we will ask you, this is our procedure. If you are going for instrumental, it is 3 times or more than whatever you like, as much the money is completed at the stated time. So all the lands we've got been bought from all this from Omonile. So you don't have business with Omonile at all. So we our estate agents have bought the land. So you are buying it directly from us. So you are just assured that you are dealing with the genuine people. Your money is safe. If you choose to decide to quit any time along the line, your money will be refunded. There's no problem with that one.
Fantastic.
You are not having dealings with Omonile. You are not having any contact with Bale or whatever. No. The land has already been purchased. It's secured. So we've done all the paperwork on the land. The only thing you will do is to put in we can do CFO on your behalf. You have to do subjure to give you a portion of your land. The moment you completed your money, we issue a computer receipt for you. Meanwhile, as you are making an instrumental payment, we are giving you the paper, a receipt to show what you paid and what is left. So there's no hidden agenda. It's plain and straightforward. So we've got land in, like I've stated to Mr. Damala, you can see at the bottom of the screen there where the locations of the lands we've got. We've got in Mowe, we've got phase 1, we've got phase 2 of it, and there is one for 1.7 million, the one in Ofoda is 600,000, the one in Agbara 1.71 million, the one in Abeokuta is 450,000, also some part of Abeokuta that is one for 500,000, and there is also one in Ibadan. In fact, before the live broadcast, I've got an update as well. There's a land that just secured at Ekpe. We all know the development that is going on in Ekpe at the moment, whereby Dangote is building a refinery there.
Okay, Jeff, can I stop you there? You see, people are very much interested in the Ekpe property. Please, the Ekpe property, give us the idea of how much it's going for.
Yeah, the Ekpe land at the moment is going for 1.2 million.
Okay.
Now, if you want to go deep inside, you can still secure a land for 1 million. Everybody is rushing down there because of the international airport and Dangote developing the area for the refinery. So many people are going there now. So as is outskirts, Lekki, all those areas, you have to go through outside that.
Okay. Jeff, because I put the speaker phone on, are you able to hear what you are saying clearly from your own end, so that
I'm hearing you clearly, yeah, I don't know whether there's another one.
No, I'm talking of the way you are talking. Is it clear on the other end?
Extremely clear.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, thank you. Carry on the Lekki Ekpe property.
The Ekpe zone, we've got about 40 acres of land there. So now it's going for, some is going for 1 million, some is going for 1.2, some is going for, if you want it as close to the main road, where your land is determines the price.
Okay.
Yeah. So if your land is going to be a bit inside, you will need to come.
My friend from California, okay, once, like I said, I told you the story of my friend from California of the block industry. Now, I want you to know that it was a sincere thing. The guy wants to establish a 3-block industry in Nigeria. I've given him a little bit of advice, and he doesn't want something inside. He wants something, because this is business land. So he wants something outside. So the ones that are outside, what is the price? He's asking for. He's talking about the Shango. Where is Shango Tedo? Please.
That one is. Let me look at my diary so I can give you the actual. I'm coming. Please, yeah.
No worries. Right. Okay. While Jeff is going through his diary there, let me be honest with you. We're not begging people to buy, but we are trying to encourage people to not eat with all their 10 fingers. I'm sorry to use that. What we mean by people eating with their 10 fingers is that time waits for nobody. What we don't know what will happen in 4 years' time. The next World Cup, I want some of the guys on this forum to say, yes, thank you that you established this forum. I'm able to buy this, I'm able to invest in this, I'm able to sell this, I'm able to make money from this. In the next World Cup in 2022, Qatar has invested. They are reaping their fruits in 4 years' time. So I want you guys to take a risk, a quality risk, a calculated quality risk. Some of you have the money to buy 1 acre. Some of you can buy 10 plots. Some of you can buy 20 plots. We can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. When you buy this, you fence it, in 2 years' time, it's not the same price anymore. You can resell some of it and use it to build what you want to build. Okay? No, don't worry, my friend from California. We will talk more on this later. Jeff, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the supporter is from your other agent.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
So it's not from you. Okay.
Agbara, Mowe, Redeem at Ekpe at the moment.
Okay.
So those are the areas we have. And we have at Orimenu as well, whereby that one is a bit close to Lagos.
Okay.
And that one is, like I said to you a few days ago, that one is going for 1.2 million at the moment. See, the closer you are to Lagos, the higher you pay on the prices of land. Because we all know that everybody is now leaving Lagos to live on that Ibadan Express Road. That's where everybody is shifting to now due to the cost of living in Lagos.
Yeah.
So, we have about 10 acres there. Okay. And they are going for 1.2 million. That's what they are going for. So those are the lands we got. And our method of payment is very, very extremely flexible. You can pay once, you can pay instrumentally, you can arrange a plan with us how you want it. And then when you've done, we allocate your land for you. You can do your corner picks and you take it up on there. And then we can also help you to secure a sale of gold, because if we do it collectively, it will reduce the price that you'll be paying towards your sale of gold. But if you do it individually, you might end up paying more. So it is honest, it is plain, it is genuine. There is no hidden agenda there. You don't have dealings with Omonile, you don't have dealings with the outsider. You are dealing directly with a genuine, honest people. So there's no need for anyone to be fearful or scared that I might be robbed or duped. No, there's nothing of such. We can't come live and be preaching such things. No, this is plain, genuine, honest, as Mr. Damola has said.
Oh, thank you. All right, thank you, Jeff. I will now one more thing before you go. Please, for the benefit of those who want to buy not inside, obviously they don't want to drive inside. Though there is the one inside, there is an advantage for the inside and there is an advantage for the outside. For business, if you want to buy outside, I don't know, what is the rate of the land in the Ekpe one by the not inside?
Irrespective of the location or whether you are inside or outside in a area now, because it's at this peak period due to the development going on. Minimum is 1 million. If you find anywhere that they said to you you'll be paying less, I'm honest with you, they are going to dupe you.
This 1 million, sorry. Okay, this 1.2 million, 1 million, whatever, this Ekpe of the land. Now, give me an idea, because I know Ajah very well. No, I'm not too familiar with Lekki. If for example, we take our car now, we drive past Ajah, from Ajah to this location where this land in
After Ajah, do you know where Remi Tinubu built estates?
Sorry, I wouldn't know that.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe Ajah, you are heading towards Ekpe.
Okay.
You are heading towards you have about, let's say in terms of now, you have about 10 miles to after you left Aja, heading towards that place.
Okay.
So now, it's a bit, it's our from Dangote Refinery to that place is about 15 minutes drive.
Okay. All right. Okay, Jeff, thank you very much. I need to give them a little bit recap of that. Okay. Thanks. I'll speak to you later.
That's fine.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye. All right. Okay. Enough of that. It's just to give our fans a little bit of more assurance as to Kazim. I don't understand. Sorry, my friend from California. You wrote at Kazim Baruddin way too expensive. Is it one of our own? Trust me, is it one of the lands that we are advertising at the bottom? I will look into that later. I will look into that later. Okay. And to give a recap of what my friend has just said now, to be honest with you, time waits for nobody. We're not pushing people, we're not playing games here. It's just to give people benefit of doubt. Things are not stable in the world at the moment. Take advantage of what the stability in Nigeria. Forget about what the politicians are doing. It's yourself, what you intend to do in Nigeria. Things are cheap. Hotels are expensive. Yes, hotels are very expensive. Believe me. And you can build your own too. You can build hotel suite. You can build hotel yourself and make money from it. People are making their money left and right. Young people, don't waste your time. This is the moment. The Ekpe the Lekki land is the hot cake at the moment. It's hot cake. Seriously. I told a friend a while ago, you see the video of those property on my channel, that I bought that land 600,000 naira. Okay? Do you know that was 2015 August? Do you know the amount, the price of half plot in that place now? It is 3 million naira. It's the only place, the only thing where you put money in the land and double your money in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years is Nigeria at the moment. You will double your money. Secure the land, build a little small structure on it, and get the right papers. As Jeff rightly said, the issue of Omonile has been removed because they bought this land. When we sell a land, before you pay for the land, go to the local government of the area and find out the genuinity of the land you are buying through us. You will be amazed. Okay? There's no con artist here. We're not conning anybody. We're just trying to galvanize people to invest. Don't waste your money on cars. Cars depreciate every $1,000 or £1,000 every year. But land don't depreciate. Land appreciate. Invite all your friends to this forum. Seriously. Let me be honest with you. If you buy 4 plots, you are in money. If you buy 10 plots, you are in money. Calculate the amount of 15 million divided by the value of the money in your country. Stability in Venezuela. If you look at Venezuela, look at Italy. The collapse of the BRIC has plunged the stock exchange in Italy. The collapse of Lira in Turkey has plunged the economic system in Italy. Everybody is running here and there, panicking. Investors are looking for places to. Before this investor run to Nigeria, be the first partaker, because they are looking for places like Nigeria now. The government is stable. Forget about the corruption in the economy. He who has money has business. Put your money somewhere that is safe and is land. Put money in the bank on a car, you lose it. By the rate of interest rate, you lose your money. Invest your money in land and property. Even you don't have to build it. You can keep it for 2 years, for 4 years, the next World Cup, and start selling it. You are in money. You are in money. You are in money. Okay, so enough of that. As Jeff rightly said, you're not going to, when nobody's taking money from you, there's flexibility. You 3 installment payments. You got to pay it within a year. Within a year, let me be honest with you, and if you don't want your land anymore, they give you your money back. Okay, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to update my website, which is www.ganjua.com. Ganjua.com. G for Gary, A for Alpha, N for November, J for Juliet, U for Uniform, A for Alpha, Ganjua. Let me just put it here, Ganjua.com. Bear with me. www.ganjua.com. This is the place to compare building materials prices. Sorry about that. Prices. Well, okay. Let me just go to one of our friends is asking for those images again. All right, bear with me. That's the 9 inches block. It's 200 naira. My friend from California, that's the block you're trying to produce in Nigeria. I'm giving you cheap advice. You're going to pay for this. I'm already advertising your business for you already. So be prepared to pay the fee for the advert. Okay? Why? That's 9 inches. My friend's block will be solid than this. It was very good equipment, big, good, nice equipment. When the time comes, we will tell you where to go, where you can get the supply of your blocks. Okay? That's a 6 inches block. Like I said, by the window side of the construction, you use a 6 inches block. By the surrounding of the wall, you use the 9 inches block. That's the surroundings, the angles of the pillars, and then the window side to reduce the pain, the amount of money you're spending on the construction. If you're renting it out, that is the one that's already been brought, getting to lintel level. Okay, this seems to be going to about 3-story building. See the height of the foundation, right? That is the 20-ton tipper for you there. That is 20 ton. When your contractor is saying, we're going to buy 20 tons tipper, that is the image of a 20 tons tipper. Okay, 20 tons tipper of granite is 100,000 naira. You can get all these on ganjua.com. 30 tons tipper of 30 tons tipper is 130,000. 20 tons of a granite is 100,000. 20 tons of a sharp sand, 20 tons of sharp sand. This is the filling, the hard filling. This is for the filling of this is 21 to 25,000 naira. So that is when your contractor is talking about tons of this, tons of that. That is the size of the lorry. Okay, right. Let me move to the next one. Yeah, the lintel level. To those of you that text me during the week that they don't know what is lintel. This is the lintel. When they do the window, the square rectangle concrete above is to prevent all other things you are doing above the window caving in. So the lintel will be done. Okay, the lintel, that's the shape of the lintel. And if you look at where that man is walking toward the entrance, the white concrete lintel. Let me go back again. You have an idea of what I'm talking about now. So look at the lintel, and if you look at the construction again, you see the lintel. Okay, so those of you that were asking how lintel looks like, when your property gets to this stage, you've invested on a half plot, on a full plot, that is the 9 inches block. The gentleman has spent a lot of money. I think they've been taking this property to maybe 3-story building, okay, and that's why they have pillars on all the angles, okay. Right, look at that, and then that's the overhead lintel again. To those of you who don't know what the lintel is, that's a small window for lintel. Every exit, either window or door, must have a lintel to avoid the load from caving in. Okay, right. Bear with me. Sorry about that. Should be going. I don't know what's wrong with that. Bear with me. Few items is not coming up. List. Bear with me. Oh, okay. It's German floor. Where are we? Oh, okay. Right. Okay. There's a little bit of shocking. We've done the granite. Okay. Sorry. That is that. On the issue of the land, let me be honest with you. People have given family members benefit of doubt in the past, and what did they get back from me? They got heartache, they got pain, they got destroyed. Some people cannot even decide to go to Nigeria anymore. Why? Because they have had their heart destroyed by the practice of family members. Let me be, we love our family, all right? Just bear with me. We love our families. We can engage them in some other things, but you cannot, if you want to succeed in the issue of investment, either you are exporting cars to Nigeria, or you're exporting industrial goods to Nigeria, or you're investing in Nigeria, or you're building in Nigeria, the last thing you want is to entrust some of these investments which you've spent your hard-earned money on. Seriously, the last thing it's a heartache. I've been there. Some of my friends have been there. Okay? The last thing you're going to do is that you can employ them to oversee things for you. How are things going? How the development in the site? But when you entrust them with big investment, like giving them money to buy materials, to buy land for you, to buy equipment, forget it. You ain't going to get anywhere in life. I've been there. I've seen people been messed up. They vowed, they said they never get involved in things like that in Nigeria. Forget about that. It is a time to change the status, the mindset. You don't have to involve the family members in anything you are doing. All right? Mom and dad, yes, they're there, they've guided you, but when it comes to things, get experts, ideas, expert advice from people like us. You don't have to use one single contractor. You don't have to give your whole investment in one contractor's hand, because the trick of the trade is they will go around. All right, the contractors can actually mess you up, apart from family members as well. You can involve more than 3 or 4 professionals in your investment. Okay, when it comes to building, right, you get a separate builder, bricklayer. You don't allow the bricklayer or the engineer that have done the building plans or the architect that done the building plan. Of course, they have friends. They have welder friend, they have plumber friend, they have bricklayer friend, they have, name it, all tradesmen, they have them. They have tilers, okay? They know where to get the best materials, but the mistake you are going to make is to entrust either family members or one single contractor to handle this project for you. When you want to get involved in this, contact people like us. My telephone number is there, it's at the bottom of the scroll. We will give you expert advice. We might charge you a token, but we will give you expert advice. We will tell you where to get the best materials. We'll tell you people that will do your job perfectly without doing a runner, without running away with your money. I was on this forum. I mentioned a friend that relocated to Nigeria. Obviously, the money was there, wants to spend it, wants to invest, wants to build an hotel. Unfortunately, ran into these hoodlums, this fake contractors, the contractors that have friends in different businesses, in different trades of construction. Unfortunately, our friend got this contractor, the architect that oversees the site, gave him a carpenter. This is a carpenter that made away with 450,000 naira. Obviously, my friend don't know the trick of the trade. The man recommended him a carpenter. The carpenter got there. They gave them a quotation of inch by 12 wood. Gave them a quotation of the materials to use to do the decking, and they gave him, a man quoted 700,000. They gave him a deposit of 450,000. Obviously, it was recommended for my friend. The man did not deliver the carpentry work. Did not deliver. The man made away with 450,000 naira. My friend was messed up. He could not sleep. His blood pressure was going high, was going up, and in the end, he lost 450,000. What he now trying to do? He now trying to start all over again. Yes, believe you me, this is the kind of agony we are trying to prevent Nigerians from getting into. Now, speak to people like us. Speak to people that have already that are doing the job, doing the business. We will guide you. You will not fall victim. I've told you of another woman from one part of the Western world, was giving them money to build houses for a house of four flats. The German floor was nothing to write about. The decking was nothing to write him about. The roof was nothing to write him about. By the time the lady got to the place, it was a shanty. It is not fit for living. So people have great heartaches. But here at this forum, we promise you such a thing is not going to happen. If you want us to help you, my number is there. You can WhatsApp me, you can text me anytime. We're ready to help you. Don't go away. The prices of the land that is there is flexible payment. The one at the tail end have two land agents that have contributed to the show today. Jeff, I spoke to Jeff on the phone. Is the one that is in charge of the Ibadan, the Amuwo, the Mamuko, the Redeem area. The lucky one, the gentleman in charge of that, will be able to speak to him in the next show. Okay? So, but don't believe that if you go to Nigeria, they're going to rip you off. No. People want money. They are honest people in Nigeria now. If you engage them, you just have to be smart. You don't let down your guard. Don't behave as if somebody that came from abroad. Try to negotiate, haggle, drive down, bargain with them. There's every possibility everybody want money. I've just saved the gentleman from an investment of the contractor quoted 7.5 million. But by the time when we look at the quote, we look at the excess materials that the contractors have inflated on the quotation, we're able to beat down the materials and we save our firm over 2.5 million naira. So these are one of the good things these are one of the good things that we can help ourselves. The Nigerians abroad, we want to kill that fear factor. That fear factor that, if you go to Nigeria, they're going to do this, they're going to do that to you. No, there are people that are not Nigerians that are taking advantage of the cheapness of the land and cheapness of material, cheapness of food, cheapness of things, and they are moving on and nobody is doing anything wrong with them. So what we want you to do is to take a quality decision. Even in life is a risk. Where you are is a risk. When you go out is a risk. When you do your business is a risk. So it becomes a happy risk, a successful risk, when it turned out that the risk you took becomes successful. Yeah, people have taken Abraham Lincoln. How many times did he try American presidency? But in the end, he didn't say, I've lost it. But in the end, he got it. You've got to give it a push. You've got to give it a push. Everything in life is a risk. Take a quality risk and see where you will be in the next 4 or 5 years. Take a quality risk and see where your money will take you to in the next 4 or 5 years. Forget about, the fear factor. I want to kill the fear factor today. Especially we ladies that are abroad. Ladies are the ones that fall prey of this too much. Before you hand your money over to people to get you for an investment, contact people like us. Contact people like Jeff. We will help you. We're not running away with how much is 1 million naira, 2 million naira. We're not doing that here. Okay? So I'm going to stop here in the next 2 minutes. So if you have questions, you want to ask anything, we will be able to iron it out. And if you think you don't want your questions to be answered on the phone, you want to speak to me privately, my number is there. It's +44 782 554 3535. You can WhatsApp me, you can text me. My friend from California, we've been friends for quite a while now. We've been rubbing minds. He's planning to invest in Nigeria. He's not afraid. You see, one of the things why people succeed, they jump into it, they take a risk, and they succeed in the risk. So we want to be Nigerians that want to change the status quo of fear factor. Take a quality decision and see what this can take you. Right. On this note, I want to leave you with the good saying: in the next 4 years, in the next World Cup, the World Cup has just passed in Russia. All of us, God will spare our lives. We will succeed in all our endeavors, in whatever we are doing, in Europe, in UK, in US, in any part of the world outside Nigeria. We will succeed. We will do very well. But one thing that I want you to know is that, where do you want to be in the issue and in the area of investment in the next 4 years? By the time the next World Cup is done again, I don't know how many foreigners that will have grabbed the information I'm giving you now. In 2015, I told a friend come and buy a half plot where that building that you see on the on some of my channel, it was 600,000 naira, and I pay a little bit for the Omonile. The land, the guy told me, oh, he doesn't have time now. He doesn't have time then. He doesn't have time to buy anything in Nigeria. The land, when the man now is now ready to buy a half plot, 1/4 of a plot in that area is now 2 million. Half plot in that area now is just 3 years ago. I paid 600,000 naira. It's now 3 million naira. In fact, we're even begging to buy a 1/4 plot in the area. So on that note, till we see again next Sunday, be hardworking, be focused, push yourself with prayers, you will invest. All right, I'm going to stop that. One more minute. I'm asking friends or fans if they want to ask questions. If not, we will call it a day today on the show. Briefly, I'll just do a quick rundown of those images that we had today on the forum, so that people can get a recap of what we have. Okay, if you just joined us, we had these few images which I'm going to quickly show you. It was a few people that text us during the week. They would like to see the stages when their contractors were telling them what they need to do. They have the pictures of the drawings of what you can do on a half plot, right? That's a full plot, and then you see the rest of them as what you can do on a half plot. 4 of that drawings of that design on a half plot, 2 of that on a half plot, 4 of that on a full plot, 2 of that on a half plot, 4 of that on a full plot, 2 of that, same design, and all these are the things as a foundation. It's foundation digging, that's the bed, that's the block laying, that's the lateral filling. They are doing them. That's the cap to start the German floor. That's the German floor. They are ramming it, and that's the concrete they're mixing, and that's almost to the end of the German floor. That's part of the German floor. That is the finishing of the German floor. That is the finishing of the German floor. That's the one that is going to the 4-story building with the iron rod, right? That's the sharp sand. That's the 3/4 granite. That's 3/4 granite again. 3/4 granite as a Dangote cement of a 2,600 cement bag, sharp sand, 9 inches blocks, 6 inches blocks. That's the lintel level. That's the 20 tons lorry. That's the lintel as it is. Lintel being done on a story building, and that's the lintel as well. So, my dear friends, I want to thank you for today's show. So, stay tuned again about the same time next Sunday. All right, and if I have any issues, I could come on air sometime during the week. All right, until we meet again, God bless you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye for now. Bye.